So Orion is the spaceship that's going to take people from low Earth orbit, which is a couple hundred miles above the planet, out to deep space to places like the Moon or Mars or asteroids or beyond.
The trip back to the Moon will also look like a trip back in time, as NASA is going to rely on a familiar past design to take us into the future.
I've heard that it's about 30% bigger inside than the Apollo capsule, so there's a little more room for the astronauts to move around. And of course, with all the new technology, once we get the displays and controls for the astronauts in there, it's not going to be the old switches that we had in the space shuttle. It's going to be, touch screens. It's going to be, a lot of more, digital technology. So that'll be exciting as well.
It's taken scores of people to plan, design, and build every component of the craft. Millions of parts that have to work together perfectly.
So anytime you have something that complex, you always find little issues that you've got to solve, and we find them, there's probably a handful every day we solve.
It's time-consuming and deliberate, creating the next generation of spacecraft from scratch.
It's a very incremental process, so there are several components, such as like your avionics, guidance, navigation, control, certain boxes that get tested at the vendors before they get shipped here and integrated into the vehicle. We do environmental testing here as well, so we do have a thermal chamber that does it at ambient pressure, so just your normal everyday pressure here. We do a thermal test, and we are going to be doing an acoustics test on each of the modules, so the crew module separately, the service module separately, and then we'll integrate the two together. After they're integrated together, we go through a whole another round of testing to make sure that the crew module and the service module can talk together, and that all their systems are working correctly.
For those building Orion and the Space Launch System, having a direct connection to the next time people go to the Moon is a dream come true.
Have you seen any of your colleagues pushing back retirement dates?
Yes. I've seen a lot of folks. We all want to get to the point of having humans back in space and back to the Moon, and I think we're all excited. I know I'll keep pushing until it happens.